Welcome back to Omni Garage. So Glenn and I managed to catch up with Christian from Buy Bombs at SEMA 2024. He is a really nice guy, real humble, real passionate about odor removal. It's a relatively new company, I think, to sort of the detailing space, and the concept is really interesting. So these are some of the products that we came away with. So Buy Bomb Mini, which we're going to use today. We're going to use this to deodorize the car behind us, and we've got a couple of the bar scents here. So
these were some samples that Christian was giving out at SEMA, but we've also got the actual packs of the samples here. Quite a few different fragrances. What we don't have from the BioBombs range is like the vehicle deodorizer kits, the oxygenator. But this system here, we're really keen to show you guys how this works, because this isn't the first time you've used this, right, Glenn? You tried this on.
I tried this at home the other day, and I said to Glenn, before we get in and start to smell scents and work through our scent progression of the kind of smells that we want to sort of have on our shelf and have in our cars and have for customers, what you need to do is you need to remove the odor from your vehicle. So Glenn is a real, what should I say, keen guy on the little trees. What smell is it?
Black ice.
Black ice. That's like the...
I've used black ice since back in the day.
That's like the 16-year-old boy where he's just realised his armpits stink and he wants to put odour on, and he's, you know, meeting up with a girl and he's just got the whole can of Lynx Africa and he has just sprayed it all over himself. That's what Glenn's car smells like. He loves it, and he actually thought that the little trees he used to buy from BP used to cost him $1.
Or yeah, what actually happened is on the pack, they just said one. I didn't realise it was one pack. So every time I got gas, which was like every 4 days when I was commuting, I was getting a new little tree.
And $1.
What I did is I didn't like to hang it either. So the little trees, typically in the car, you would hang it, most people, up on the visor there. I hate seeing it swing back and forward. So I would put it under the seat, or I found in the back of the Subaru here, on the little coat hanger, right there. That's where I'd hang it, and I'd wrap it around there 20 times so it couldn't move. So it was kind of jammed up against the ceiling. But
so Glenn's car has kind of got this old scent of black ice left in there, mixed with a bit of 2005 old Subaru funk smell. And so before you test any smells and before you even work out longevity of scents, you need to remove the odor from your vehicle. That's a real common thing I think people don't quite think about, as they go, my car smells, I'm going to go buy a smelly bar, I'm going to chuck it into the car, and I'm going to get 60 days of this nice scent and it's all going to get rid of all my smells. That's not right. Remove the odor. We're going to use this using the Buy Bombs to remove that scent, pull all that junk out, all that dirt and grime, all that butt fart that Glenn's got in the vehicle. We're going to pull all of that out. We're going to odorize and basically give us a nice clean slate, so that then we can then start to introduce a nice pleasant scent to the vehicle. So how do you go about getting your interior set up? Well, you get rid of all the crap that is in your car. You get rid of the umbrella that's broken that you used last winter. You get rid of the jacket you never wore. You get rid of the tissue boxes from when you had COVID. You get rid of all that stuff. You get rid of the cheeseburgers on the mats. You pull all that crap out and you vacuum. Vacuum the mats, get it all nice and clean. Glenn's done a quick little vacuum fluffing around in here, but we've got a nice clean, well, we've got a decluttered car ready to start and use this. So how this works is we've got a little tab here. We're going to drop that into 32 ounces of water. Now this is chlorine dioxide. When it's released into the water, we get a solution of chlorine dioxide, and what chlorine dioxide does is it basically binds itself to the odor, to the organic particles, and it breaks that down, so it removes the odor, destroys the odor. It also starts to sanitize and clean your cabin, and what we'll be left with is, I guess we will have like a swimming pool type smell into the vehicle. But after a day or so, that swimming pool smell will remove, and you'll be left with a nice deodorized, I guess, cabin. So
with BioBombs, I guess there's 3 different ways, 3 steps to the process. Number 1, what Glenn said, clean the car thoroughly. Number 2 would then be to choose which BioBomb product you're going to use. You're going to use a tab and you're going to pop it in a spray bottle and use it in that fashion, or are you going to use the oxygenator?
I think you need it all.
Deodorizer.
I think if you had a real dirty, smelly car, you want to pop this tab in here, let it dissolve, kind of like if you put a, what are those things, you know, those, not Ribena, but those drink tabs, you know?
Oh yeah, like the...
you know the ones. When you're feeling poorly and you want some energy, you get those little energy tabs.
Yeah, they're orange or something.
Orange and Barocca. You put your Barocca tab in there and it slowly dissolves, and then shake it up in your water, and you're going to use this as you would like your interior detailer or your interior cleaner. So this is safe to spray down all your panels, your door cards, your carpets, your upholstery, your dash. And what's that doing is that that chlorine dioxide is breaking down, destroying that odor and sanitizing the surfaces so that we're left with a nice clean interior.
And then step 3 would be adding the bar.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
No. So then what you would do, on top of that, you would then get the deodorizing kit. So you've got those little containers that you put, I guess you're going to put a tab in here. We don't have this, and I haven't used this before.
No, we'll show you that on the channel.
And you let that sort of, I guess, fumigate over 48 hours or 24 hours in your cabin, so you close all your doors and stuff. Just let that release to break down more odor again, or you can buy like an oxygenator pump that will help spread that quickly. I think it reduces the time down to about an hour, which we don't have, but that would be like the second step. Once you've cleaned your interior, you've cleaned your surfaces, do that. Then you would I guess your car would then smell like chlorine, and you can sort of remove the chlorine by spritzing some water into the cabin to mute that smell, or it just sort of dissipates over a day or so, and then that's when you would then introduce your bar, your scent. So Bio Bombs have got a whole heap of scents. I do know for the month of Christmas they released a whole heap of Christmas scents, which we were lucky enough to smell. But you would put your little bar into the cabin, into the little bag, and put it underneath your seat or in the boot or wherever you wanted it to, and then that would then give you that fragrance to give you your 60 days worth of nice scent.
Yeah, where most people are skipping step 1 and step 2 and just going straight to a bar.
And hoping that if I spray the stuff in here that I've got a nice and clean interior.
Correct.
That might last for 1 or 2 days, and that's what people really get annoyed about, is that I put the scent to the car, I've only got a day worth of it, oh that was rubbish, never doing that again. My car then smells like my butt again after a couple of days. It's because they haven't really eliminated the odor, which is the steps that we're doing right now.
So we've already vacuumed down all of the rear seats. We haven't done the front yet, so we've just got the front carpets to do. But we're going to use this product essentially as our interior cleaner.
And you'd clean all your surfaces just like you would as if this was your favorite interior cleaner. And can you smell it? It just smells like
I can smell it straight away. Yeah, it's quite strong. It smells clean though. Chlorine-y.
And I guess people will get upset, oh my car smells like I've just had a big bathe at the hot pools. But this smell will then eventually remove itself. Well, I mean, I did this at home the other day and I had that smell and then it just removed after a day or so. I didn't drive the car at all, it just sort of left the cabin. And how we're doing this is that I can smell that black ice on the car already, that's already in here, and I can also smell a bit of, what would you call it, old car smell?
I think it's just, it's a 20-year-old car, so you're getting the old plastics, the older carpets. It just smells like a car that's been sitting for a while as well. And that's where I think the bars at the end of this process are going to be quite handy, especially on a car that you don't use too often. Hopefully it should mean that when you open the door, you get that fresh whiff of not black ice, and you're not having something hanging in your windscreen as well.
Well, yeah, because if we were to introduce like another scent into here, you're kind of going to get a bit of black ice mixed with a bit of that new scent, which would kind of feel like you've been ripped off a little bit. But
now, does this flash away nice and easily on the interior?
Well, it's a water-based product, so you can still see that the surfaces here are still wet.
Yeah.
You know, like on here. So you'd want it to dry a little bit. And then I'm going to just spray this directly onto your seats, and I'm just going to wipe it with the cloth.
Yeah. So you might want to be a bit conscious as well about doing this. You probably don't want to need to drive the vehicle for a couple of hours afterward, because you're going to want that to dry on the seat. Just
so I just spray it on. Like, you wouldn't want to soak it down so that it's dripping wet, you know. The other good thing about these tabs, which is not what we're going to show today, is that you can also supercharge your, you know, if you really had like a what's it called? If you had Green Star, you know, like a all-purpose cleaner. So if you want to supercharge that, you put that in there as well. If you wanted to use it to break down odor and stuff, you can also use this in the steamer. So if you're steaming your carpets, if you're steaming floor mats,
if you're using like an extractor or something.
And if you were steaming like dirty cups, like you had coffee stains everywhere, it just helps to just bring up that cleaning power a little bit.
So Glenn's just going to go around, continue to work on the interior here, this fashion across all 4 seats, all plastics. And then you're just going to spray that on the carpets as well and just let it sit rather than wipe away with a cloth?
Nah, just let it sit there. It'll start to break down that odour and that grime and whatever else is in there, and then I just wipe it again with the cloth. It's like a dry wipe. And then just to finish off, we've got these car mats here that have been vacuumed. The interior of this car was not dirty, wasn't stained or anything like that, so it's more of a superficial cleaning, but we're using the superficial cleaner just to help her remove all the odor, all sources of odors, car mats, boot liners, headliners, seat belts. Seat belts are a really great source of odor. Wrapped around your neck, you get a whole bit of like makeup and neck oils and all that kind of stuff. So you want to make sure that you clean every surface of the interior to remove all the odor so that you got the best possibility of those bars lasting the 60 days. So there we have a nice clean interior that smells like a swimming pool at the moment, but that odor will remove itself over the next day or so. And I think what you want to do is that every sort of 60 days or so, you want to do that same cleaning process. When the interior starts to smell, when that odor of that bar starts to go, that's when it's time for you to then do another real big deep clean like we've just done to remove that odor. I think in, you know, like every sort of week or every sort of second week, that's when you want to use your quick interior detailer, your quick detailing products, just to clean that interior, keep it refreshed, and then every 60 days come and do a big overhaul like we have here. So if you were to buy the bars from the Biobomb store, what you get is you get sort of two, they're sort of like little blocks. So there's one block there, one block there, one block there. You'd snap the block in half and you'd put one block into your vehicle, but we do have these samples that they gave us.
Great thing about these samples is we've got a, it's just one in there and it has the little bag that it stays in. What's that scent?
This is Fresh AF.
I think Christian said that was their top scent.
Yeah, this is a good one. So it comes in the little bag, so you can buy the little baggies as well, which is a really nice way to basically store that little block in there, which has got the scent in there. Got a nice fresh interior that smells neutral. Let me tell you, it has removed all that funk and grime in there, and it has removed a little bit of that residual odor of the little trees that Glenn's had in there for like ever since I've known him, ever since he's ever bought this car.
You'll never know I've got a scent in there now because the bag will be hidden under the seat.
And what I like about this is I can just stow this underneath the seat. You don't have any stupid thing hanging in the mirror or hanging anywhere. It's just going to sit under the seat. Perfect.
It is a fresh smell.
Yeah.
Really nice.
What would you say it is? YouTubers, what do they usually do? It's just a nice, fresh, pleasant smell.
It's good. I can smell it from over here. I think it's going to be really strong initially. It's meant to last for up to 60 days in the interior.
We've given this car the best opportunity to get our 60 days out of this.
Absolutely. Where are we going to put it? Passenger seat?
Just straight under there? What do you reckon?
Yeah, tuck it under.
There you go.
The best thing is there's not going to be anything swinging around in the car now.
Yeah, that is the annoying thing about all that is that, well, the first thing is that scents don't last very long because people don't prepare the cabin, which is really frustrating. The second thing is that you got all these hangy things and stuff, so under there you wouldn't even know. Let's close this car up and that basically is it. So those Biobombs comes in like a 10 pack. I think you can go all the way up to a 50 pack. It's really cheap, it's really inexpensive. Drop the tab into the water, dissolves, and we've got a 32-ounce bottle that will last you multiple car cleans. I mean, we hardly used any. We used like about that much.
Oh yeah, I mean, you don't use much interior spray when you're doing your car. So to think about how much you use when you do just your maintenance of the interior, but you're also spraying this in your carpets, your seats, etc. So you probably will use, I don't know, 100 mil, I think. But yeah, there's plenty left in there.
So the only thing I wasn't totally sure about, I did reach out to Christian on the website to talk about this, and so it'd be nice if he could reply or jump into the comments, is that are there any sort of, how do I explain this, sort of lubricating properties in here so that we can use this as an interior cleaner? Is that going to create a nice surface for our microfiber to come across the surface without causing any marring and scratching? I do know that when you get into some high-end cars, not so much here, this is really low-end car.
Well, you're calling my car low-end.
Low-end, really low-end.
It's an antique.
But when you start to get into cars that have got finicky plastics and finicky piano black surfaces, is that got enough lubricating properties in here that's going to reduce the scratching of those? Those things, you just stare at them and they scratch. So I understand this is safe on all surfaces, but is this safe as a cleaner all the time with your microfiber on all your dashes and stuff like that? So anyone else want to answer that question, or Christian himself, he can jump into the comments and let us know what you think there. This is a product I would be using periodically, every sort of couple of months, to refresh the interior, and I would be using my normal interior detailer like we use Geon Interior Cleaner. Griot's Garage is a new favourite of ours, to be using that as our weekly maintenance cleaning, and this is just reserved for a massive refresh.
So the next Biobombs product you'll see from us, we'll need to import it again, but will be the deodorizer and the oxygenator. We'll show that on a different car, and I'm really excited to give that a go, because I think particularly with a car that's not as kept as our ones, I'm actually looking outside, and although that is our car, it's the daily, that could do with the oxygenator. So.
And I think that's how you take this to the next level, and especially for cars that are really filthy. So I think there's a 3-hit system there. Clean your interior, deodorize with the what is it? The fumigator type thing.
Oxygenator.
And then chuck a nice bar in there and get that nice scent back and refresh your interior. But that's it from Omni Garage. Thanks to Christian having the time to speak to us at the booth. You're a fantastic guy, and I'm really excited about these products. I like talking about the science and how we eliminate odor, and you're just a nice guy, and we had such a good time with you guys. If you want to buy these products, go to his website, go to House of Rags, they'll sort you out with that. Thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for the next video, and like, comment, subscribe so you get notified when we're releasing more content. Anything else from you, sir?
Nothing from me, just stay tuned. Heaps more content like this to come.
Cheerio.